Today I'm gonna reveal everything that you need to know about the Canary Islands dating culture. And I'm also gonna throw in the best places to date, the best places to hang out in the city where I'm living in. Make sure you watch this whole video because I'm also gonna append a bonus tip for you. Let's get started talking about the dating mentality on the island of Tenerife, or the whole Canary Islands. Basically, this is a collectivist society. And if you come from Western Europe or from the mainland, from the peninsula, you come here and you start dating for the first time, you will realize that things here work very differently than they do on the mainland. People here have a different mindset. Like I said, this is a collectivist society, meaning that people prioritize, people value community life a lot more than individualistic success. Now, if you're coming from a very productive or from a very individualistic society, guess what? Things are different here, and you might be surprised by some of the cultural standards that you will have to adjust to when living on the island of Tenerife or any other of the Canary Islands. So this is important. And when you're starting to date someone local, you have to know that there's a barrier of entry. Because it is a collectivist society, people are more thoughtful about who they let into their lives and who not. There are many people living on the island of Tenerife who have never left the island. Just let that sink in for a moment. You can see that some people here are very communal. I'm not saying this applies to every single person here. There are many locals from the island of Tenerife who are very international, but you also have people that never left the island or that have just never been interested in traveling, right? So you have all kinds of people, but again, this is a slow-paced place and this is a very family-oriented place, and you have to understand that this is what drives people here. It's family, community life, and enjoying life. These things are more important than anything else in the Canary Islands. So make sure you understand that. Now, when it comes to dating, you have two options. You can date a local person, you can date a canario, that's what it's called in Spanish. This is a person who is from one of the islands. You can date a canario, and all the principles that we just talked about will apply. So if you're coming from an individualistic society, then some changes might be necessary. But if you want to date a foreigner, because there are plenty of foreigners here too. Like a lot of people here come for maybe like a couple months or a couple weeks. They're trying to escape the cold winter or just hanging out to network, whatever. So you have all kinds of people here. And if you are looking to date a foreigner, you have to know that the principles may not apply because foreigners are different. People from the mainland are different. So if you want to date a foreigner because you're like, I don't want to have to worry about making up all the cultural differences and blending in 100%. Okay, if that's you, then maybe you want to look into dating a foreigner. You have to know that because this is an island, it's a vacation spot, there's a high turnover of foreigners, meaning a lot of people come and go. But there are also people that live here permanently. Those people do exist. You just have to look for them, and where you can find them is, of course, in one of the more touristic places, so you're not going to find them in a little Spanish town. I mean, there might be some, but if you want to date foreigners, I think the best places would be the south, because that's where most foreigners live, and that's just the best place. Or in Puerto de la Cruz. It's not a great place to date a foreigner. So the south, there are many places in the south, or Puerto de la Cruz. If you are more interested in dating locals, then Santa Cruz de Tenerife or San Cristobal would be great, but any of the other cities would be great as well. All right, let's talk about where to date. And I'm going to give you my favorite discotheque and my favorite bar where you can find people in Puerto de la Cruz. Let's get started. So the first place is the Discoteca Azúcar, which is in downtown Puerto de la Cruz. This place is open until 5 a.m., something like that, on Thursday and Sunday. And on Fridays and Saturdays, it's open until 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so you go there at maybe like 10 p.m.-ish, and you can party throughout the whole night until the early morning hours if you want to. So this place is hot. That's where a lot of people hang out. If you go there with friends, there's a good chance that you will meet other people. It's a lot of fun, good music, and it's open until the early morning hours. That's what a lot of people want. Now, if you're into casual dating, maybe that's what you want, or not even casual dating, you might even be able to meet the love of your life there. It's possible. You can meet a lot of people through friends or just whatever. Then another place is called Blanco Bar. This is a bar, okay, and it's open every day starting at 8 p.m. and depending on what day it is of the week, it might be open until 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. This is a place where you can play billiards, you can have a nice cocktail. This is more of a chilled atmosphere, okay? This is not a nightclub. It's a bar. It's open every day and not a great place. If you want to go out with a friend or you want to take your date out on a great drink, that's where you want to go. Next, we have beaches, okay? Playa Jimenez, Castillo, and Playa Martianes. These places are great options if you want to have a nice day out in the sun, like today. It's a beautiful day, it's a Sunday. It's always good. The beach is a place where people are chilled and you get to meet all kinds of different people when you're heading to the beach, right? You get to meet party people and you also get to meet everyday people. People that live here that just want to have a little bit of distance, that want to have, you know, a good day outdoors. You find all kinds of people. And oftentimes at the beach, you know how it is, you're close to people, potentially start talking, so it might not be a bad place for you to try meeting new people. That's what I definitely recommend. Then the last thing I wanted to point out is, of course, online, which you can do. There are a lot of Facebook groups that you can join. There are plenty of them. Just go to your Facebook account, you search for expats city. That's how you can find a lot of people. You can use these Facebook groups to find people, again, from all different backgrounds, and there are many expats. So if you go on Facebook and you search for like expats Santa Cruz to Tenerife or expats Canary Islands or digital nomad, then you find a lot of people. And online it's just easier to start talking to people. Let's say somebody made a post talking about an upcoming event and they're trying to build a group so they can hang out together. This is a great way for you to approach people and not having to put in a whole lot of work because the group is being organized by an organizer, meaning not you. It's pretty easy to meet people. Then there's also WhatsApp groups, okay? And how you get onto those WhatsApp groups is again through Facebook. Like sometimes, for instance, I'm in some of them, so people would say, hey, if you want to join our group, here's the link and you can join them. And they exist in many cities. So this is pretty much what you can do, right? So you can do bars, you can do discotheques, you can go to the beach, or you can also try online. What is your favorite place to hang out in Tenerife, Canary Islands? Are there any other tips that you would like us to discuss in a future video? As always, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching and share your thoughts in the comments below, and I see you on the next video.